everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. What if the name you've carried your whole life held a secret that could change everything? In this heart-wrenching episode of Bringing Up Bates, we dive deep into the truth behind Michael Bates' name, a story filled with unexpected twists and emotional revelations. Stay with us as we uncover the layers of identity, family, and the weight of a name that might just redefine who she is. You won't want to miss this. Oh, my heart just aches hearing about this. It's truly heartbreaking when news like this surfaces, especially about someone many of us have followed and felt a connection with. The journey of Michael Bates from Bringing Up Bates has been one that many have watched unfold, and it's understandable why there's so much interest and emotion tied to her story, especially regarding something as personal as her name. You know, it's funny how a simple name can carry so much weight, so many stories, and sometimes even a little bit of mystery. For Michael Bates, it seems her name and its origins are deeply intertwined with her family's beliefs and their journey. Let's dive into what we know and hopefully shed some light on the truth behind Michael Bates' name. Because when something feels heartbreaking, understanding can sometimes bring a little bit of peace. So here's the real scoop on Michael's name, straight from the information available. When she was born, her parents, Gil and Kelly Jo Bates, initially named her Michael. Now, for those familiar with the Bible, you might recognize that name. Michael was a daughter of King Saul, who was given to David as a bride. However, it seems that after a while, as Gil and Kelly Jo delved deeper into the biblical story, they realized that the character of Michael had some unfortunate connotations. The biblical Michael story isn't exactly a positive or uplifting one, and as devoted as the Bates family is to their faith, this became a concern for them. Imagine being a parent, poring over scripture, and then realizing the name you've given your precious child carries a weight you hadn't intended. It's a tough spot to be in, right? They wanted the best for their daughter, and that included a name they felt was truly a blessing. Now, changing a name, especially legally, can be quite a process and often comes with a cost. The Bates family at the time wasn't exactly flush with cash, so they found a creative solution. It's said that changing a name by just one letter was either free or had a minimal cost. So they decided to change Michael to Michael. Yes, Michael as in the typically male name. This is where it gets a little more complex and honestly can be pretty relatable for anyone who's ever felt a disconnect with their name. As Michael grew up, having a name that was traditionally masculine began to make her feel uncomfortable. In a family and culture that often emphasizes gender roles, having a boy's name likely felt out of place for her. To make it sound more feminine, her family, and eventually Michael herself, started adding an sound to the end, effectively pronouncing it Michaela. You might have even seen it spelled as Michaela or Michaela in different places, though her legal name remained Michael. It's a testament to how families adapt and try to make things work for their loved ones. It's clear that this whole situation around her name has been a journey for Michael. There have been discussions, even among fans, about why her parents didn't choose a more traditionally feminine name in the first place, or why they didn't just go for Michaela legally. But looking back, it seems it was a decision born out of their faith and financial constraints at the time. What's truly touching, though, is how Michael has embraced her name in its various forms. While there certainly were moments of discomfort, especially when she was younger, it seems she's come to terms with it. In fact, some sources suggest that as she's matured, she doesn't mind her legal name, Michael, as much anymore and is comfortable with both pronunciations and spellings. Her marriage to Brandon and the joy they found together seems to have brought her a sense of peace and identity that transcends the complexities of a name. And speaking of Michael and Brandon, they've been on quite a journey recently. Many know of Michael's deep desire to be a mother and her struggles with infertility. It's a profoundly personal and often silent battle that so many can relate to. The news that they have now become foster parents to two sweet boys, a 3-year-old and a newborn, is incredibly moving. This unexpected turn in the midst of grieving the loss of Papa Bill shows such immense love and resilience. It's a beautiful new chapter and one that surely fills their hearts and the hearts of those who care about them with so much hope and joy. So the truth about Michael Bates' name isn't just a simple factual correction. It's a story of faith, family decisions, personal growth, and ultimately a woman finding her comfort and identity within it all. It's a reminder that behind every public persona, there are real people with real stories. And sometimes those stories are woven into the very fabric of who they are, starting with their name. And right now, seeing Michael and Brandon embrace foster parenthood, it feels like her name, whatever its origins, is truly a name associated with love, sacrifice, and an open heart.